Hiding inside this hole is the cause of one cow's seriously painful problem. As you can all no doubt tell, it's only been a couple of weeks since this cow was last trimmed. 2 weeks in fact. During our last visit this cow was lame, but we were unable to locate the problem. Sometimes this is the case and it's better to leave whatever it is well alone and revisit it at a later date. Since then, this cow has been receiving pain reducing medication which also helps to fight any infection. An infection is exactly what was causing this problem, and now it's our job to uncover the cavity and problems it's left behind. I've treated many cows' feet just like this one, but no two cows' feet are ever the same, so I need to understand what's underneath, which is why I'm prodding and poking around her heel. If the hoof horn is detached underneath, sometimes you can feel a void. In this case though, I'm afraid I can't, so I need to be seriously careful with my knife and reanalyze the foot with every swipe of the blade that I take. Effectively, I'm working blind. So with every piece of hoof horn I remove, I'm discovering more and more about this cow's foot. This separation in the white line of her hoof horn may completely fade away with a few more swipes of the knife. Or, alternatively, it may completely open up and be a bloody mess underneath. I now know that there is indeed a cavity underneath this detached hoof horn, so I use the edge, the hook of my knife, to separate the two layers and pull away what I don't want to remain on the cow's foot. This hoof horn is extremely tough, and having to put a lot of force through the blade of my knife can be hazardous. It's easy to make a cut that you really don't want to make, to slip and to go too far and end up causing damage rather than the good you're trying to achieve. The trim is beginning to shape up nicely, but I'm worried about the lesion itself. It's very close to the outer wall horn, and that can be tricky to trim. This part of the hoof is still covered by detached hoof horn, and all of it needs to be removed. The mess that we can all see, which caused this problem, is a wall ulcer. It's brought about by that area of the hoof carrying too much weight before the initial trim on this cow's foot 2 weeks ago. Luckily for us and for the cow, it's a problem which can be easily solved. Just finding that problem in the first place can be a bit of a task in itself. Sometimes, believe it or not, problems need to get worse before they can get better. I'm seriously enthusiastic about how this trim is turning out. We just have to make sure we finish it off properly. We are 99% there, but leaving any of this detached hoof horn can just lead to later complications. A little effort now can really pay dividends in the future. We will endeavour to make sure that every trim on every cow we ever treat is as good as it possibly can be, and sometimes that means concentrating on the finer details towards the end of trims like this. I use my grinder to prepare that inner or near side claw to take a block so that the glue sticks perfectly to it. And while I'm at it, reduce the height of her toe on the affected claw. Once the block's glued in place, out comes the knife, and we remove the remainder of fragments of hoof horn which could end up causing further complications. And with that, we are pretty much finished this trim. I'm really happy with how this turned out, but probably not as happy as the cow will be once she steps out onto the concrete and realises that the pain she had in her foot a few moments ago has started to subside. Hoof GP merch, get it at thehoofgp.com. We're actually fully stocked for once. And with an iodine and salicylic acid wrap in place to deal with any dermatitis, this trim is done.